We stood outside now the family grave of Ralph Milner, who was more commonly known as the Oldfield Lane Doctor. Now, Oldfield Lane was the old name for Oldfield Road in Salford. Now, Milner was born in Roseacre in Lancaster in 1818. He came to Manchester in 1834 and qualified as a surgeon in 1840, having trained at the Manchester School of Medicine. He set up practice with Dr. Taylor, who was well known as the Oldfield Lane Doctor and Bone Setter. After Taylor's death, he took over the practice himself. He then married a lady called Mary Ann Mottram, who was a daughter of a Salford brewer. Now, they had 3 children together. It's strange this, they all died very quickly, one after the other. And then his wife, Mary Ann, she died the same year. Strangely enough, I found after this, he married her cousin, Annie Lithgow of Warrington. She was, as I mentioned, the cousin of Miss Mottram. They had 16 children together and only 8 of them survived. So all in all he had 11 children and he'd already lost one wife. Milner lived at number 6 to Crescent, Salford, and he was known to be a well-known conservative in the area. He died in July 1882, and it stated in the paper that when he died, the Crescent Political Club flew the Union flag at half-mast for him. As you can see by the grave, his daughters and children who died before him are buried in the grave, along with his wife, Annie Lithgow. I just think it's strange that a doctor should lose 11 children and 1 wife and marry your cousin. This is the grave of Father Salvatore Caruccio. Now, Father Caruccio is the only Roman Catholic priest buried at Weaste Cemetery. All the other priests are buried at Wardley in Swinton. His last position was priest at All Souls Church in Weaste. He was born in Naples, Italy on Christmas Day 1846 and was educated in both Naples and Rome. Now, he was conscripted into the army, but as he was a pacifist he deserted quite sensibly and went into training to become a priest. He met Dr. Herbert Vaughan later to become Bishop of Salford and then Archbishop of Westminster, who persuaded Salvatore to come to England. He came to England and acted as Master of Ceremonies at Salford Cathedral before being ordained at the cathedral on the 26th of December 1876. He served at several Lancashire churches before coming to All Souls Church in Weaste in 1897, where he was held in high esteem by his congregation. He died of bronchitis on the 27th of December 1903, aged 57. This area that we're studying is the Catholic part of the cemetery, and I think it's a rather marvellous monument he's got with a large Celtic cross. As I say, it's Father Salvatore Caruccio.